Okay, so the next layer is called the second layer is a closed canopy. It is a living roof that covers the forest below. It is formed by the treetops that grow together. And they listed all the different animals and trees that there are in this layer of the rainforest. Monkeys eat berries and fruits. Butterflies and hummingbirds drink nectar from flowers. Big stinging wasps crawl across leaves. This is the most lively layer of all. So most is happening in the layer of the canopy. Okay, then we have the understory, the third layer. So the third layer is the understory. It gets little sunlight. Sun cannot get through the canopy. Remember, the canopy is almost like a roof. Few flowers grow. Jaguars wait in trees to leap down and catch prey on the ground. Okay, and the last layer is called the forest floor. The fourth layer is the forest floor. It is dark and eerie. It is filled with plants, mosses, ferns, dead leaves, and billions of ants. So that's the very bottom layer. Army ants march in swarms and eat everything in their paths. Termites live in colonies and eat wood. Deer and wild pigs are hard to see, but insects can be seen everywhere. So that is the forest floor as well. Many animals live in the trees most of their lives. Some tree frogs never touch the ground. They have sticky toe pads to help them climb slippery leaves. Sloths hang upside down all the time, even when they eat and sleep. Most plants need roots and soil to get water and food. Air plants do not. They grow on tree trunks and get water and food from the air. They are called epiphytes. Orchids and bromeliads are epiphytes. All right, so now we're looking at the temperate rainforest. So we're really going to be able to compare and contrast in a minute when we read about the temperate forest. So most temperate rainforests grow in the Pacific Northwest of North America. How much rain falls every year? About 100 inches. The seasons do change. Fog and mist from the Pacific Ocean bring warm summers and cool winters. Temperate rainforests have layers too, but they do not look like the tropical rainforest. So there's a difference, right? It said that temperate forests have layers, but they don't look like the tropical rainforest. So that could be something that's the same. The same is that they have layers. The difference is they don't look the same. So sun rays shine down to the forest floor. Remember, in the tropical, the sun never gets through that canopy. Some trees are giant, old-growth trees. A Sitka spruce may be 1,000 years old. Tongass National Forest in Alaska is the largest temperate forest in the United States. Rainforests grow along the western side of the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State, too. Most animals, such as squirrels, elks, and porcupines, live on the forest floor. The Olympic forest is alive with plants, too. Okay, so now we're going to stop right here. And we're going to get our chart back out. And we're going to talk about ways that they are same and different, which is called comparing and contrasting. What is it called? Good, comparing and contrasting. So the easiest for me sometimes is talk about how they are the same. So how are they the same? For the rainforests are both wet, right? So wet forests. Because they're rainforests. If they're rainforests, that means there's going to be rain. It's going to get wet. Okay? So there is a lot of rain. The other thing that I remember reading is on both the temperate and the tropical is that there are many trees, plants, and animals, right? We read about that in both forests. And then the other thing that we talked about that I said was the same was the layers of the floor. Remember, they both have 4 layers. The layers aren't the same, but they both have the layers. Okay, so let's look at the tropical rainforest. We talked about that it is hot and that the temperate rainforest is cold. In the tropical rainforest, it's hot all year round because it's up there by the equator. So it's hot all year long. But it said something about the temperate rainforest, that it changes what? Do you remember what that's called? It changes seasons, right? So seasons change. Stays warm the whole time, but the seasons change there. They said sometimes it gets foggy, and sometimes the sun is shining through to the forest floor. So that leads us to our next one, that here, what blocks the sun? What floor blocks the sun from getting to the forest floor in the tropical rainforest? Do you remember what layer it is? It's the canopy layer. So canopy layer keeps the sun away from the forest floor. But in the temperate rainforest, the sun shines through, right? Sun is able to shine through to the floor. So it gets down there all the way to the floor. Okay, so we're all done comparing and contrasting rainforests. So you, in a second, not yet, but you're going to pause it when I'm all done talking, and you're going to get this all done and think about how we're comparing and contrasting. So in this part of the circle, these are 2 circles put together. So in this part of the circle, we're only talking about the tropical rainforest. In this part of the circle, we're only talking about the temperate. And then where the 2 circles combine, we're talking about how they are the same. Because later on Wednesday, you're going to do your own comparing and contrasting of another story. All right, go ahead and pause it.